So guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your silly goober host, Frosted Polarity, and today's going to be starting a new series. So we are going to be going over each unique vehicles in separate videos in Greenville. And what way to better start than to start off with the most dangerous car to come out the 70s, the 1972 Ford Pinto. But if you're new here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications if you want to be updated on any of my latest YouTube videos. And let's just dive right into the video without any further ado. So the title I chose for this video is Ford Pinto, the Human Death Trap, which refers to the infamous history of the Ford Pinto subcompact car produced in the 1970s, which gained a notorious reputation due to a critical flaw in its fuel tank design that led to numerous deaths and severe burn injuries in rear-end collisions. This title encapsulates the public perception and the ethical and legal firestorm that engulfed Ford Motor Company as a result. The flawed fuel tank design. The Pinto's fuel tank was strategically placed behind the rear axle, offering minimal protection in a rear-end collision. The differential housing had sharp bolts that could easily puncture the fuel tank upon impact, leading to fuel leakage. The lack of structural reinforcement in the rear of the vehicle, I can't even pronounce that, the problem, causing the car to crumple like an accordion in the collision, further crushing the fuel tank. These design elements made the Pinto highly susceptible to fuel tank rupture and subsequent fires, even in relatively low-speed rear-end accidents as low as 20 miles per hour in some tests. Ford's knowledge and cost-benefit analysis. Internal Ford documents revealed that the company was aware of the dangerous fuel tank design through pre-production crash tests. A now infamous cost-benefit analysis known as the Pinto Memo reportedly calculated that it was cheaper for Ford to pay out potential settlements for deaths and injuries than to implement safety modifications that would have cost approximately $11 per vehicle. This memo allegedly assigned a monetary value to human life, $200,000, further fueling public outrage and accusations of corporate callousness and prioritizing profit over safety. Tragic consequences. Numerous real-world accidents involving rear-end collisions resulted in horrific fires leading to deaths and severe disfiguring burn injuries to occupants. The case of Lily Gray, who died from burns after her Pinto was rear-ended, and Richard Grimshaw, who suffered extensive burns, became a focal point of the controversy and subsequent legal battles. Legal battles and public outcry. Over 100 lawsuits were filed against Ford due to the Pinto's dangerous design. The Grimshaw versus Ford Motor Co. case resulted in a landmark jury award of $127.8 million, later reduced, sending a strong message about corporate responsibility for product safety. The Ford Pinto scandal generated significant media attention and public outrage, solidifying the car's image as a human death trap. The aftermath and legacy. Under pressure from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA for short, and facing mounting legal and public relations disasters, Ford eventually recalled 1.5 million Pintos in 1978 for fuel system modifications. The Ford Pinto case became a significant case study in business ethics, product liability law, and corporate accountability. It highlighted the potential consequences of prioritizing cost over safety and the importance of ethical decision-making in the automotive industry and beyond. While some later analysis suggested that the Pinto's overall safety record might have been comparable to other subcompact cars of the era, the dramatic and fiery nature of the rear end incidents, coupled with the revelations of Ford's internal cost benefit analysis, cemented the human death trap moniker in public consciousness. And that concludes part one to the series, silly goobers. I hope you found this video very informational. I know I have. But as always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notification bells. I've been your silly goober host, Frosted Polarity. And as I always say, y'all have a good rest of your day, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.